my friend, so do you wonder what is TikTok? Have you even heard about TikTok? Maybe you've heard about it and you're wondering, what is it and whether you should be, setting up an account on it, whether you should be using it. So we're going to talk about that in a second, but first this.
So the real question is this: what are the strategies, techniques, and tools that you need to learn to generate residual income from the e-learning boom that's happening right now? My name is Jean-Serge Gagnon, and welcome to Course Income Secrets.
And why do I talk about TikTok when we're talking about courses, right? Online courses. Well, one of the things that's super important whenever you're building a business online, whether it's to sell courses, whether it's to promote courses, whether it's to create your own products, whether it's to promote somebody else's product, doesn't matter. If you're building a business online, whether you, like I said, even if it's a business like you got a gym and you want to promote your gym, or you got a coffee shop or anything like that, if you're doing it online, what's the number one most important thing is to have an audience, to have fans, and that translates into fans when you're talking about online, right? I mean, there's the top three things, right? You gotta build an audience, then you have to engage an audience, and then that's when you can get to sell to your audience. Those are the top three, the three, if you will, skills you need to learn over time. How do you build an audience? Well, you gotta create content. You gotta have content that they're interested in, and that happens on all different platforms. And when you think about a new platform like TikTok, which is very more about fun, right? About music. There's these uh, dance skits. There's all these different things in there that people are posting, just talking about themselves, like saying where they're from, that kind of stuff. It's not the same as Facebook or any other platform, and it's more geared towards short videos, kind of like how um, Vine was, right? If you've ever heard of Vine. And the thing is that any platform, if you're a marketer, is a place where you can build your audience. Now, even if they're younger, right? Even if they're younger, you got to think of the future. You got to be thinking, planning ahead. You got to be thinking these 12, 13-year-olds, they're going to be 18, they're going to be 20 someday. So if you're in front of them, if they see you, they're going to get to start to know you. They might follow you, maybe they won't, but they'll see you. And the only way for somebody to follow you is that they see you enough. So being in there, producing content. So of course, the first thing you want to do is you just want to set up an account. So go in TikTok, download the app on your phone, install it on your phone. It's really simple. You just go to your Play Store or Google Play or Apple Store, and you just search for TikTok and install it, right? Once you've installed it, you can set up an account. You can just say sign in with, I think they have Google on there and Facebook, or you can create an account. And once you have an account, then you can just go and look at what kind of content people are creating and just get a feel for the app and start watching and following others and things like that. You of course don't have to create content right away, but it's a good idea to create content as soon as you feel comfortable enough to produce something that's relevant to the app. And it's like any other, like lots of the other apps out there, the social apps. It allows you to share to other platforms. They actually have a button on there to share to link to Facebook or Instagram. But in either way, they download the video to your phone, and you can share it elsewhere too if you want. You can even, like just for the fun of it, I created a silly video of me coming out of a box for Christmas. You might have seen it on my Facebook. You might have seen it elsewhere because I did share it elsewhere, just to show that I'm, going in there. I'm an old guy, right? I'm an old marketer. I'm still having fun. I'm still doing things that are fun. Whether I'm going to get like followers from that video or not, I don't even know yet. How the actual build up of the audience works on there. If it's, but I'll be playing around with it, learning it a little bit. Just be careful, right? Don't put a ton of energy into this new platform if you're not getting results on the other platforms. You really got to be careful. You got to be focusing on one thing. there's all this method of building an audience, of building your business online that you really need to watch out for. Don't just go jump into something else and stop doing your other activities. If you don't have enough time to do both, then just create an account. Just look. Don't try to do anything else. At least once you have an account, you secure your name. Like for me, I use my name, so I doubt there's somebody else with my name, but there could be somebody who decides to create an account with my name just so I can't use it, or there could be, and if your name is more common, maybe somebody else will create an account with your name first, and you'll have to put a number to it or something. So there's all this thing to consider. Now, should you be, like I said, focusing on TikTok? I don't know. It really depends on your audience, what kind of audience you're trying to build, what's your product, and whether it makes sense. Even like Gary Vee, I was listening to his last book, Crushing It, right? In that book, he talks about the TikTok. He gives examples of why TikTok is something that somebody could use. Like they have an example of kids using being allowed to post on a summer camp account. It's like a reward for the kids. So the summer camp has posts, and there are posts from the kids, as long as the parents approve, that kind of stuff. And it allows the summer camp to be known as the place that kids can, post on there, and they want to go to that summer camp because that's the camp that everybody sees and everybody does. And there's this dentist that uses TikTok to post silly things, and then the kids, when they see that dentist, they go see their parents and say, hey, this is the dentist I'd like to go see. And that dentist is growing their audience, their customer base that way. So there's different things you can do. And TikTok is just, another place to get to be known. Of course, it's not a serious platform like LinkedIn, for example. So you got to be willing to be a little silly. But if you are, then you should go ahead. And of course, go and follow me there. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this topic. And if you think anybody else needs to hear this message, then go ahead and share. I'm sure they'd appreciate it, and I would too.
This has been Course Income Secrets, the entrepreneur's blueprint to generating income from the e-learning boom. Some of your friends need to hear this message, so don't forget to share. For more content like this, go to CourseIncomeSecrets.com and make sure to subscribe and follow us here. My name is Jean-Serge Gagnon. Until next time.